Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gouravi Nayak from first year Computer Science, and the title of my talk today is The Whispering Machine. Every Indian's childhood fantasy. When I was young, I used to watch this blue robot who had so many gadgets, time machine, which could go in the past, in future, anywhere door, which could go anywhere in this world. And I and my friends discussed, only if I had this robot, my whole life would be sorted. And who in India does not know this person? It is Doraemon. But you know, we all loved Doraemon. But when we grew up, when we came to high school, we all discussed something. Why does Nobita complain to Doraemon? Why does Nobita shared all of his feelings to a robot? How would a robot anyway understand what Nobita thought? And now, cut to 2026, we all do the same. The new age Doraemon, ChatGPT. From a 5-year-old kid to a 60-year-old man, everybody chats with ChatGPT. These are some actual chats of people with ChatGPT. From asking it, what photo should I post on social media, to a girl with suicide tendency talking to ChatGPT. Now, it's definitely a good thing that we have someone to talk to. But is it not a generational failure that a girl with a suicide tendency is talking to artificial intelligence? Doesn't she have a friend to talk to, a sibling to share? I'm in my first year of engineering. And when I came to the induction programs, all the teachers told me that AI is taking over jobs. You need to be very careful. Placements are very difficult. But you know what I think now? It was still okay. It was understood if AI was only technically better. But the thing that AI is even emotionally better is very concerning. But the thing to think is that AI is a decade ago thing. But human emotions are from 1,000 years ago. So there must be some difference between them. So this is a story, this is a real story. So I was having a slight fever, and anything happens to me or my brother, we visit this doctor. He is like a family doctor, okay? So though he does normal checkups, he basically is a cardiologist by specialty. So he just had completed a surgery and he came. And he checked me everything. So out of curiosity, I asked him, "Sir, what was the surgery about?" So he told me a 40-year-old man was jogging by the park when his smartwatch detected something unusual. And like all of us would have done, he just ignored it, saying that just a machine, nothing would happen. 15 minutes later, it started beeping continuously. And something in him told him that he must visit the doctor. And the doctor told me within 20 minutes, he was shifted to the emergency ward, to the ICU. And then, they saved him. I was like, okay. Now the doctor told me that day, the watch didn't save him, but the trust that he had on that watch did. I came home, for a moment, forgot the entire story, but this line stayed with me. I realized, to what extent have we gone? How deep are human emotions that we even trust the machine? So I think the most beautiful thing in this world is emotional intelligence. When I told you about the girl with suicide tendency talking to artificial intelligence, it is not that we think people won't understand. It is the fear in us. All of you imagine, how many of you have typed a long message to someone, to your friend, to your parents, and have deleted it, thinking that what would they think? How many of you have wanted to post your story or wanted to post your photo on Instagram and have drafted it? 3 months ago, I had 200 drafts in my Instagram. What does that mean? It's the fear. How do you know what the other person will think unless you tell them? And maybe they respond negatively, but trust me, it is not about what they respond, it is about what you share. Yeah, and everybody knows this meme, emotional damage. This happened to me a few months back. 1 week into the engineering college, my first semester, very excited. Only 1 week, and I got a scolding from my teacher. The day was not good, so I was very sad. And you might have heard this Instagram reels also where people go and talk to ChatGPT and share their feelings to it. Even I did the same. I opened ChatGPT and I chatted with it. See, this all happened to me, all this happened to me. It gave a big, nice paragraph and it motivated me. Like the best guide ever, the best mentor, the best quotes, the best stories, everything. But all my enthusiasm was gone in the first line. You know what it said? It told, I understand. And I was like, no, you don't understand. That time I felt I would have shared it to a 5-year-old kid. What would be his or her greatest problem? Maybe somebody snatched his toy. Maybe somebody snatched her lollipop from her. But at least they would understand. Now, I don't mean we don't need AI. This is my most favorite story. This is it's the real story of an American painter, and painting was his passion. And all of us know, in this busy world where people are working, studying, how much passion is important. I mean, all of us are studying engineering. I don't even know if 50% of you wanted to study engineering or no. Somebody maybe wanted to study architecture, somebody wanted to study medicine, somebody wanted to be a singer, somebody wanted to be a dancer. Now in this busy world, we take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour for a passion. And just think, what if somebody takes this from you? The same happened to this painter. He was going on a car and he met with an accident. His legs, his hands were paralyzed. He couldn't paint. He was in the hospital, and 6 months later, because he was a well-known painter, the doctors and scientists gathered so that they could make some machine for him. They bought that machine in front of him and they told, this is a machine that converts physical actions, mental actions to mechanical work. So they asked him, you have to do nothing, you just have to think what you have to paint, what lines, what colors. If you want to erase something, you can think that also. He explained. And they didn't show the painting, the process. They just connected that, that machine to his hand. After 3 to 4 hours, his painting was done. And they showed him that painting. He had tears in his eyes. Not because that was the most beautiful painting he has ever made. He has made more beautiful paintings. But because that gave him the confidence, that gave him the hope that he could still paint. This means in this world where knowingly or unknowingly, unintentionally, world takes a lot from us. And AI gives us back in the way no one ever could. It's all about us. People ask that, do you think AI will be more intelligent than us in 10 years? Of course it will be. I mean, it is still more intelligent. But will it take over us in 10 years? I don't think so. Because just imagine, an employee in a company is more intelligent than a boss. Does he become the boss of the company? No. At most what happens, he is given the best employee award. And I think AI is a teenager now. For example, our parents taught us how to write, how to read, how to calculate. Now that we have grown up, maybe logically, emotionally, we are better than them. Are they jealous of us? No. It sounds stupid, right? How can they be jealous of us? In the same way, we are masterminds of AI. It is not what AI can do. It is what AI should do. And obviously, only because we are more mature or more logically good doesn't mean our parents leave us. They train us differently. Now, AI is not a child. And it would take 10 more years for AI to become a well-grown adult. And as they say, teenage is the right time to mold a person in the same way. This is the time when we come out of coding, come out of logics, and teach AI moral values. And I really feel that the world needs AI and AI needs us. Thank you.